Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture is titled Robert Goddard and Nell. So what do we see here? Well, here we see Robert Goddard pictured, and he is considered the father of modern rocketry. And this is one of his rockets, in fact, known as Nell, and was the first liquid fuel rocket to be launched. Now, did it go up very high? Well, no, just getting started, and went up 41 feet in a flight that lasted only a couple of seconds. And this occurred just a little over 100 years ago, on March 16th of 1926, from a farm in Massachusetts. Now, if you see the rocket there at the center of the frame, it might look a little different than what you're used to seeing. And in fact, it's very top heavy. That is done specifically to keep balance on it without any stabilizing fins. So you see modern rockets tend to have more stabilizing fins down toward the bottom. This does not, but it has the fuel and it has its motor up at the top. So a little different than what we see with modern rocketry. And then it would have liquid oxygen and gasoline that would then fuel into it and burn, providing propulsion for the rocket to launch it up into the air. Now, of course, this would not get anywhere near space. We're only getting 40 feet above the ground, and we'd need to get far more than that, many miles above the ground, to be getting to the point where we consider it as being in space. But Robert Goddard, well known for his rocketry, really developed a lot of the rockets, and his models became the guidelines for what we use for future rockets, including the liquid fuel rockets that were built on these principles that eventually launched us to the moon in 1969. So in many ways, a lot of our rockets today are based on the work of Robert Goddard, launching those rockets into space and really helping us to expand astronomy and exploration of the solar system. The same types of rockets, the initial principles, were developed here. So we can see that the very early period of rocketry was quite different than what we look at today, but was still the very beginnings that brought us to what we have for launching craft to see other planets, craft to put telescopes into orbit around Earth, and other types of satellites to be able to study the universe. All those are launched with rockets, really based on the principles that Robert Goddard helped develop over 100 years ago. So that was our picture of the day, titled Robert Goddard and Nell. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture, previewed to be a message from Earth. So we'll see what that is about tomorrow. And until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.